This is Bob Collects Stamps, and I'm Bob. This 1968 German stamp was issued to honor the 150th anniversary of the birth of political writer Karl Marx. Born in Prussia in 1818, Marx studied in Germany and received a law degree. He became a contributor to a newspaper, the Rheinische Zeitung. The newspaper was closed by the Prussian government in 1843 after the Russian Tsar objected to an article criticizing him. The Prussian government also told Marx that he was persona non grata. Marx moved to Paris, where he became co-editor of the Deutsch-Französische Jahrbucher. This was supposedly intended as a French-German publication, but the only non-German staff member was Russian. In 1884, while in Paris, Marx met Friedrich Engels. The Prussian king objected to the one issue of the newspaper published in 1845, and the French government closed the paper and expelled Marx. Marx moved to Brussels, but had to promise the Belgian authorities not to publish anything on contemporary politics. Engels moved from his home in Germany to join Marx in Brussels. It was here, in February of 1848, they published the Communist Manifesto. Karl Marx was expelled from Belgium after being accused of contributing to a revolutionary plot against the king. It's still unclear whether the evidence was real, and Marx denied he had anything to do with the failed plot, but he was a supporter of the 1848 revolution in France. Marx eventually settled back in Prussia in 1848 until the parliament there collapsed and the king threw him out once again, only a few months after he had arrived. In 1849, Marx moved to London, where he would remain. The first volume of Das Kapital was published in 1867. The second and third volumes were published after his death. Marx's wife died in 1881, and his lifelong poor health declined rapidly. Karl Marx died on 14 March 1883. He is buried in the East Highgate Cemetery in London. The announcement of his death and burial was delayed and botched by the newspapers, and between 13 and 25 people attended his funeral.